are changing Earth. Major landforms. Let us start by learning about two new words, weathering and erosion. Weathering. Weathering is the breaking down of the rocks, soil or minerals on the Earth's surface. This can be because of sunlight, temperature, plants and animals or water. Erosion, water, ice and wind breaks down rocks, soil, minerals on land. The broken material is carried away by water or wind and deposited in different places. This is called erosion. This process creates different landforms and structures on the Earth. Sea caves. Sea waves continuously hit at rocks that are close to the sea. This makes cracks in the rocks. After many years, the cracks become larger and wider and caves are formed. They are called sea caves. As these caves become bigger and bigger, only the roof of the caves remain. This is called a sea arch. As erosion continues, this breaks the roof and only walls are left. These wall-like features are called stacks. The steep rocky structure above sea water is called sea cliff. The sea waves deposit sediments on edge of the land near it. This forms beaches. Glacier. Glaciers are like rivers of ice that move very slowly. They are formed when snow is collected in one place and hardens to become ice. This process takes many centuries. As glaciers move, they carry soil, rocks and sand with them. When the ice of the glacier melts, these materials are left behind and they form glacial moraines. In deserts, when the wind blows, it lifts and transports sand from one place to another. When it stops blowing, the sand falls and gets deposited in low hills-like structures. These are called sand dunes. When the grains of sand are very fine and light, the wind can carry it over very long distances. When such sand is deposited in large areas, it is called loess. When a river falls at a steep angle over very hard rocks or down a steep valley, it forms a waterfall. As the river flows over plain land, it twists and turns, forming large bends known as meanders. At times the river overflows its banks. This leads to the flooding of the neighboring areas. As it floods, it deposits layers of fine soil and other material called sediments along its banks. This leads to the formation of a flat fertile floodplain. As the river comes close to the sea, the speed of the flowing water decreases and the river begins to break up into a number of streams called distributaries. The river becomes so slow that it begins to deposit whatever it is carrying like soil, rocks and sand. Each distributary forms its own mouth. A river mouth is where a river joins a larger water body. A delta is flat land that looks like a triangle. It is formed at the place where the river meets the sea and is very fertile.